Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me. I'm Jill Bloom, Group Publisher with Roofing Contractor, and welcome to our Best of Success podcast show. It's always an honor to have a chance to talk to my good friend Trent Cotney, partner of Adams and Reese. Trent, great to see you, and thanks for joining me.
Jill, it's good to see you again.
So, Trent, there's a couple of big topics we need to cover today. That's something every contractor listening needs to get out their pen and paper and take some notes. First, let's talk about oil prices and how that's affecting the industry.
Yeah, oil has the price of oil has some immediate impacts, right? So obviously it affects fuel. I know going to the gas pump, I'm paying for it. I don't have the most fuel efficient vehicle in the world. The
Yeah,
other
me
thing is
neither. I
freight.
live in Detroit.
Yep. So freight, shipping materials, things like that, that gets passed on through your material costs. But what contractors need to understand is that the majority of construction products out there have some petroleum component. So everything from asphalt to insulation to, coatings to you name it, there's usually a petroleum-based product that is an input of that material. And what you're going to start seeing is it ticking up because the inventory that is being used to create those materials will be gone. And, the products that are created or derived from petroleum, you're going to start seeing those prices increase. So one of the things, this is not our first rodeo, right? We've been through material price increases plenty of times before. Follow the same script, make sure that you got a price acceleration provision, make sure that you're bidding accordingly. Watch out for long-term projects and fixed prices. You could get bid if you don't have something in there to correct it. But this is a real world issue. And the longer that these prices remain inflated, the more that it becomes a concern, not only with, fleet cost, but also material and shipping costs.
Yep. Like you always say, the person with the best paper trail wins.
There you
So
go.
make sure we got get that taken care of. The next thing I want to make sure we talk about, Trent, is, data centers has been such a huge topic. Everyone wants to be part of it. Everybody wants a piece of the pie because these are huge. I mean, it's just huge projects beyond anything that anybody normally has worked on in the past. I was actually shocked to see one that was well over 200 acres, and it's hard to even wrap your brain around how big that is, what that entails. But what my question for you was earlier is like, what happens if these projects get abruptly stopped mid-project with something that huge? And you and I were talking about that, but please share your insight and what everybody needs to know.
Yeah, absolutely. So data centers are it's like the gold rush, right? I mean, everybody wants to be a part of it, whether you're a manufacturer or you're a contractor. And there's a significant amount of data center construction currently ongoing and being bid. The issue that I see is really a couple of things. One is we've already had some disputes arise over data center construction, and it issues primarily with a contractor not understanding what they're truly liable for. So keep in mind on many of these data center projects, like you said, they're enormous. They're larger than Amazon warehouses, right? They're huge. And many of them that I've encountered are also have either a truncated schedule or a fast track, which means that you're expected to move quickly. You're expected to, get things up and running. And in doing so, it's possible that you're not crossing the T's and dotting your I's. One of the issues that we're facing now is a contractor being blamed for failure of the building to meet certain R value and performance requirements that are contained in the plans and specs. Normally that's not in the purview of a contractor. It should be in the purview of the installer or the specifier of the design consultant. So one of the things that I want to make sure that our contractors do, regardless of, what trade or tier you're at, is not only focus on what your scope is, but what it's not, especially if you are on a truncated schedule, because mistakes happen and it's hard to correct them, especially if you're moving so quickly. So make sure you backfill that administratively, ask the right questions up front before you bid, and then make sure your paper in the file throughout the project.